Hello folks, welcome to www.bellinghamboatland.com. We're a licensed, bonded, certified dealer. We've been in business for over 30 years with our multiple companies, and this is the cleanest example we've seen on one of these. Look at the bow cushions even mint. This is a year 2000 2052 trophy. Got about $5,000 in extras, starting with a 2007 top of the line aluminum quad brake easy loader trailer. Might have been used a couple times, that's it. Absolutely pristine. It's a one-owner boat. The gentleman took great care of it. He's labeled everything. We have all the originals, owner's manuals. A boat like this will set you back today around 50 grand, if not more. A few key things on this boat, which we point out in the static display. We're out in the Seatrial right now. These little pot metals right here, and this corrodes instantly in the ocean. Why is there no corrosion? Well, it's only ever seen fresh water, and that is a great place to start. Whole package under 18 grand. There's no additional fees on top of that. Government taxes do apply if you're registered in the state. If not, you pay taxes where you reside. So quickly going to go through the stuff here. You have full canvas, and the isinglass is as clean as the day it was brand new. Electric downrigger mounts, and it's plumbed. See, there's the cables on both sides. Okay, a 4-stroke kicker, and we just ran it. She's a 9.9 Merc 4-stroke, plumbed into the main fuel tank so you can run for endless hours. We just ran her and trolled around on it. Once again, you can see it running on our static display video. So Alpha 1 down there, pristine, no corrosion whatsoever on the outdrive. How about an added-on freshwater cooling kit? It's a premium freshwater cooling kit. So what you get with that is antifreeze glide coat is circling the engine. So you're not going to crack your block in winter, and if you do go in the ocean, you're not going to run salt water through the engine. It's not going to go through the engine. It's going to have that antifreeze going through it. Another great thing you can do once you have freshwater cooling is you can run these hoses that you see here, and you plumb them. You go through the heat exchanger, and it comes out. You plumb a few vent holes like that down there, and voila, 3-stage cabin heat. So just like your car that's blowing at 90-degree air coming out of there, so you can go out all year round on this boat. This is an astonishing find. That is the original plastic from 14 years ago, still on the cushions. No, we didn't wrap that. That's the original way it came. This boat has been used very, very little. It's sat, obviously, inside almost its whole life, which is not too uncommon. Stereo system. It's original plastic. Boats are a luxury, folks, so it's not too uncommon. I mean, it's not mainstream, but it's not too uncommon to find a rare jewel like this every once in a while. And I know it hasn't been used very much for the simple fact of one thing that Trophy did in this year, in about this 5-year span, that wasn't the greatest idea. They put this non-glare black, which is fine, but then they paint it on. So this is the first one that I've actually been able to read the actual labels, because they're always worn off. I mean, you can actually rub it with the oil in your finger and it'll rub off. So I can still read all those. That's what the original owner was doing. Look at that. Everything was labeled. Astonishing. GPS, fish finding device. There we are in the world. That's Victoria right there. That's Vancouver right here. And here we are, about 30 miles down the road from Vancouver. So GPS fish finder. Obviously it's working. It's tracking us. Zoom in here. See the lake we're on here. Another weird little tidbit on boats. I've been doing this for 30 years. Flick the horn switch and it works. This is a weird thing on boats. They almost never work after a few years. I don't know why, but they seemingly get corrosion in them, and the electrical points or the actual horn itself corrodes out instantly. It's just, so you know it's a clean one when that works. 2052, an awesome size. You can tow it behind anything. Once again, it's on an 07 aluminum top of the line easy loader trailer. 4-stroke 9.9, freshwater cooling, cabin heat. Those options alone, if you include the price of the trailer, that's about $6,000 over a stock one. There's a VHF Okay, Captain Harlow, let's take her up to speed. They're a 40-mile-an-hour boat when they're light. No, you're good. 40-mile-an-hour boat, just head down to where our spot is. RPM. Alright, slow her down slowly. Is her blower on or off? Yeah, it's off. Okay, slow her right down. So there you go, folks. This is the cleanest, oldest one I've seen. Hey, it's a year 2000. It's a great year for trophy. But it's absolutely as clean as I've seen a 1 or 2 year old boat. There's no spider cracks. There absolutely is no pitting whatsoever. There's another spot on the boat that I can show you. Oh, it does have a holding tank, so that is a holding tank with the toilet. I believe I saw a waste. Yes, I did. It says waste right there. So that porta potty design, but it has a tube that goes into a holding tank. One more tidbit I want to show you about boats. There they are. The vents. Okay, so that vent right there, there's no pitting on it. If you take them out in the ocean for a couple days and don't rinse that off, that cheap pot metal aluminum will corrode up. And if you run your finger over it, you'll cut your finger. It's another easy way to tell if they've been in the ocean. Another way, anything aluminum, magnesium corrodes. These pedestals, you guys that know a bit about boats, these pedestals here, they'll corrode up instantly too. The only way to not get them corroded is literally to hand wipe it down with fresh water after you're out in a salt chuck. Not a big deal, but this is still original clean metal. My finger's not bleeding after doing that, and that kind of proves the point of the fresh water. Once again, let's film the engine. We're one of the few dealers in the world that own 100% of what they sell. These are not brokerage items. We had a vested interest. Therefore, we take the time to go through every boat. Here's how it runs. There's no shake, there's no shimmy. The paint's not bubbling off the manifolds. And what that tells you is the impeller is sucking the water up and circulating fine. There's all kinds of stuff that can go wrong on boats, and eventually it will. Just like the human body, everything will break at some point. But this is a great way to do it, guys, because you know, we're proving the point here. We're out in a boat for an hour and filming the 10 minutes of it and posting it. So is this 100%? Will this boat last you for the next 50 years? Maybe, maybe not. But this is a great starting point to go from, because most dealers aren't doing this. When you're selling somebody else's boat, they're not going to take the time to do this kind of stuff. But seeing how we own it, we do take the time. Okay, so if you're look all around, look at everyone on the planet. I believe we got the cleanest one out there. Come prove us wrong. You won't be disappointed. Absolutely loaded with equipment. Even if you bought one 5-6 years newer, if it didn't have all the stuff, it wouldn't be as valuable. Freshwater cooling is great, obviously. Even though it's on a lake, they obviously use the freshwater cooling to produce heat, so that way you can use the boat year-round. The built-in GPS, great little unit. I mean, the electronics are cheap these days, but I mean, it appears to work great. All the gauges function. You get the live wells. You get a stereo system, full canvas, and the trailer, guys, 07 aluminum easy loader. So nobody puts guarantees on trailers, but it's as nice as we've seen. It looks like it's been under the boat maybe a couple of years. Anyways, we're www.bellinghamboatland.com, 360-756-6545. This has been the Seatrial video of a 2000 Trophy 2052 with all the canvas, about 5 to 6K in goodies that come with the boat. Excellent buy for under 18 grand. There's no additional fees on top of that number. Thanks for watching. Thanks, Captain Harlow.
Thanks to you, Admiral.
Signing off.